At 7 Eyewitness News at 6, we are taking a closer look at the three congressional races impacting voters this time here in Western New York. Tonight, it's all about New York's 27th congressional district. Republican Congressman Chris Jacobs faces off against Democratic challenger Nate McMurray. Tonight, 7 Eyewitness News reporter Ali Tui sits down with both candidates.
It's an all too familiar congressional competition. Democrat Nate McMurray is again squaring off against Republican Chris Jacobs for New York's 27th congressional district.
I'm a better candidate because I believe in the American dream. I lived it, and I'll fight for it for the people of this region.
I want people to be able to pursue their dreams here. I want young people to be able to come back here, not just because their family's here, but because there's great opportunity here.
We caught up with McMurray at the UAW office in Lockport. McMurray has been endorsed by the UAW and a handful of other unions.
My number one thing is to help working people. That means protecting Social Security, but also making sure that every single American has health care.
We visited Jacobs at his campaign headquarters in Lancaster. He says his priority in January would be to reopen Western New York for business.
Our economy prior to COVID was getting some real momentum. We were seeing good job creation, low unemployment, and I want to make sure we get that momentum back.
McMurray ran against Jacobs in the special election earlier this year and lost by 5 percentage points.
Jacobs still has the advantage this election cycle. After all, voter registration is entirely in his favor. According to the New York State Board of Elections' most recent data, there are roughly 40,000 more registered Republicans than Democrats in the district.
McMurray doesn't live in New York 27, something he's been attacked for by his critics.
How about the folks who are a little bit critical because you don't actually live in the district?
But neither did my opponent. You know, unfortunately, I can't just buy $1 million home and just move whenever I feel like it. I'm a working class person. But I do have family in every inch of the district. And I do have, I know this place. I grew up here in Niagara County.
Jacobs has been in office for 3 months. He voted against the HEROES Act, which was supposed to serve as a second stimulus bill.
It mentioned marijuana more than it mentioned jobs. And it also, the most recent one, defunded police. It cut out $600 billion in critical funding for men and women in blue.
We also asked about how he mistakenly voted against the Delivering for America Act, a bill that passed and included billions in additional emergency funding for the U.S. Postal Service. He says he can't explain the error, but says he has since corrected it in congressional records. It's up to the voters in New York 27 to decide by absentee, early voting, or on Election Day, now just 8 days away. Ali Tui, 7 Eyewitness News.